What's up, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in. This is the Crawford Chronicles. I am one of your hosts, PK, and as always, Sweet B Bones Bryles, Homer Chris. We're a little bit grateful, but it was a series win nonetheless. Spells, how are y'all doing?
Doing good, man. Getting amped up. We've got select balls kicking off here on Monday, so we're getting our last couple of practices in. But man, besides that, just enjoying a very ugly series win, and hopefully they carry that momentum into this weekend series against the Mariners. Browse, how's your week going?
Doing good, buddy. But I agree with you, man. We we should have got that sweep, excuse me, like I predicted in the last episode. But hey, you know what? We didn't get it. But guess what? You two guys were right, and I was wrong. So
That's what
I'm
I'm talking
hoping
about.
that Chris has got some of those standings updated for us, so we can take a look at that later on. But anyway, yeah, it's been a great week, man. I am excited for this weekend. We've got the Mariners coming in, and yeah, it's going to be some good baseball. PK, how about you, buddy?
It's been busy. Louisiana for a couple days for work. Port Arthur today. A lot of windshield time this week, but the week's over essentially. One more day, and then it's the weekend. Got your division rival coming in to town this weekend. They are nosediving. It is fantastic to watch. So we'll get to that here in a little bit. But what was our record in the West Coast swing?
Three
We
and
went
three.
3-3. So we talked about coming out of the West Coast swing. We needed to go 4-2 at a minimum. Browse, I agree with you, man. I think you should have easily swept the Giants, right, and had that 4-2. The Man, I'm brain farting. Who did we play before the Padres? Padres.
Padres, the
Yeah,
dads.
that was tough too. Yeah, the fathers. Um, the Giants are just not a good team. They're just not a good freaking team, and they gave you the win. They gave you the win on Tuesday, right? With the error in the eighth inning. I mean, the Hauser guy. Was that Wednesday? Hauser pitching on Wednesday.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
The day before it was we had the left fielder that you know dropped the fly ball. But like you got owned by just guys that we have become accustomed to seeing not have good stats, not have good records, high ERA, whatever, and then they face our team and they are the Cy Young top candidate. You had Drew Gilbert, former Astro, if you don't remember, who was traded to the
Yep.
Mets for Justin Verlander, the second trade. And he said, "Screw y'all for trading me. I'm just gonna go off." I think he went yard and had a couple RBIs in that game. And Hauser was an Astros draft pick back in 2011. Heard that on the broadcast, and he pitched his ass off on Wednesday's game. I think you were being no hit. I think until the fifth. I think it was,
Yeah.
and we're gonna get into all that. But I say all that and I bitch about all that, and you still won the series. At the end of the day, that's what we were going there to accomplish: is win the series, whether it was 2-3, 2-1, preferably the sweep. But you got a series win. Tip your cap to the Angels for handling business against the Rangers while we were struggling against the Giants, because you now have a game and a half lead in the West as you welcome in Seattle. So overall, bird's eye view, what was y'all's take from the Giant series?
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, the way that they played, you were extremely lucky to get out there with the series win. Um, like I said, game one, I'm pretty sure that was the game that Cam Smith went deep. And then
Yep.
game two, it's the one where Hunter Brown started and it got ugly pretty quickly. Or no, that was the Javier game, wasn't it? I don't know. All I
Oh yeah,
know is that you got no hit through five by Adrian Hauser, and I believe he was one of the names that were traded to Milwaukee for the Carlos Gomez deal. I do believe so, pretty sure. And then again, San Francisco kind of bailed you out. Man, like I'm getting really tired of like the Astros hitting balls that would be gone in like 29 other parks, except for the one they're playing in. I mean, because that Taylor Trammell triple, I mean, granted, it scored. Allen did his job yesterday, got the sack fly. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't a pretty series, but to be a a good team, you've got to win these ugly series where you're not playing well. You do just enough to get the series win, and that's what they did. So, granted, We would have loved a good old donkey stomping and sweep the series, but you know what? I will take my 2-1 series win.
So bird's eye view, here's the way I saw this is I don't think 2 wins out of this series was enough. And here's the reason I'm going to say that. That is basically a minor league squad right now. That is a AAA squad with Rafael Devers. That is exactly what that is. They've got a ton of guys that are on the IL right now. They do still have some good pitching left that they didn't trade away. But at the same time, this is not a good baseball team. This is a team that we should beat up on. And listen, I don't care if our hitters are in a slump. We don't have to win every game 10-2. We have to just win by 1 run. 1 run. And you should have won all 3 of those games, especially considering the game that you lost was the Hunter Brown game. So I kind of take this as not a win overall. I mean, don't get me wrong. We did win overall. We got the 2-1 series win. But at the same time, we should have come away with 3 wins. We should be up on the Rangers right now, 1.5 games, not a half game. So this is not something that I was expecting going into San Francisco. And I was really hoping that we were going to take advantage of a really weak, really tired team right now that's been beat down and been traded away after the trade deadline. So that's my big, 10,000 foot, view of it. So I guess that's all I got.
Well, let's get into it real quick, and then we'll get on to Seattle. So Monday's game was, Chris nailed it. It was the Cam Smith bomb game. You end up winning 6-3, and you scored all your runs after the 7th inning. I mean, it wasn't looking like terribly good. All the way up until then, you were down 2-0 the whole game. Wisniewski was on the hill, 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks, and a couple of bombs. I mean, he doesn't get the win, right? Because you go to extras. This is 3 starts in a row where he's given you enough of an outing to get the win. Your offense just wasn't there on Monday to kickstart that game. But he pitched well enough to give you enough opportunity to do it. And you got into that bullpen, and you were able to handle it with the help of – there was no errors. I mean, you went 4 for 9 with runners in score position, but it was the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th inning that, I think Jeremy Pena broke out of his slump in this game. I got 0 for what was it, like 13?
It was like 15.
Yeah.
I mean, you went 1 for 5, but still.
Yeah. I mean, so look, man, it's just like Chris, we talked about it. Chris said it's an ugly way to win, like the series, the game, overall, this ugly offensive series, but you did enough. You took advantage of opportunities when you could late in the game, and that's how you walk away with Monday's win, 6-3.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, like, this has been probably the best 3 games I've seen a pitcher come and pitch coming right off Tommy John. Normally you're looking at him to go maybe 2, maybe 3 because you're taking it slow. But Wisniewski's looked freaking fantastic. I mean, his worst start was that start where I think he still went 5 or 6 and only gave up 3 runs. I mean, so you could not have asked anything more for Hayden Wisniewski to do since he's come back from, being on the IL. And, with the starting rotation issues that you've had, I mean, he's been a breath of fresh air pretty much since he's been back. I mean, so far, Dana Brown has cooked because he has been our best trade deadline acquisition.
Well, yeah, once again, the best trade deadline acquisition. But yeah, no, you're right, man. Wisniewski, I mean, going 7 innings, that was super key. I mean, I understand that, obviously he gave up 3 runs, not exactly what we were hoping for, but still he saved the bullpen, and our offense ended up coming through at the end of the game, just like PK was saying. I mean, this was the Cam Smith game. He went 3 for 4. He went off in this game, and, thank God that he's gotten hot, because right now the bats have been cold for Pena and they've been cold for Alvarez. So if it wasn't for Cam Smith, I guarantee we would not have won this game. Between that and the Giants' poor pitching out of their bullpen, which they really don't have a whole lot left. So we took advantage of that, especially going into extras, put 3 on the board in the 10th, and then that was game time.
You know who else has been cold? Mr. Change of Scenery.
Jordan.
No.
Oh,
he gets a
yes.
pass. He gets a pass.
Okay.
Mr. Change of Scenery guy. How about a 1 for? Let me just give you the numbers here. 1 for 3. That's 7 and 11. 1 for 11.
No, it's funny because like any other time, you're like, let me, he did this, but all of a sudden it turned into freaking sports almanac over here when it's Dalton Varsho. That's cool.
That's 100% true. And because I have all the box scores right here, and I can just look at it.
Let me check Baseball Reference real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just remember being told that he's going to be awesome with a change of scenery. I just remember being told that.
I said he could.
I didn't say it was you.
Say he would.
If you feel that guilt, I wasn't saying you. If you feel that guilt, then maybe you said it.
You know who? Everybody in that damn lineup is basically has been hot garbage, except for the breakout game that Cam Smith had. I mean, so I'm just saying.
What are you saying? You're trying to bring everybody down with him.
Yeah. They've scored 3 runs in 2 games, 8 runs in 3 games. So there you go.
Well, I'm just saying. He had a sweet sliding catch. That was pretty cool to see.
Well, I apologize, Kenny.
Just saying.
Yeah, I apologize, Kenny Rosenthal over here. I'll make sure I double check my later predictions.
That's correct. You do better. Be better.
I will.
All right, let's get into Tuesday. Hunter Brown.
I'll just look at the back of his baseball card
every time. That's,
there you go.
Whatever it says on there is true, and it's going to happen. It's going to repeat itself. So, Tuesday. Hunter Brown, 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks. Let me see, 3 walks, 4 Ks, and a home run. I felt like he was kind of cruising this game until like the 5th inning. That's what I kind of felt like. I mean, he was doing like, it wasn't doing bad. I didn't think.
That's kind of been the way his last 2 starts have went too. Because I think the last time he started, he was cruising, ran into a little bit of an issue with 4 hitters. I think it might have been the 6th though. Ran into a little issue with 4 hitters in the 6th, and before you know it, he was losing. I mean, so this is now twice that he's been cruising, ran into a little bit of trouble, like in the 5th or 6th, and before you know it, we're losing.
He pulls a Fromber.
Yeah,
pulls a Fromber.
I mean, I didn't feel like it looked quite that bad, but the one thing I will say is because he's giving up 1-run innings. It's not like he had a crooked number up there. So it's the one thing I will say about that though is Hunter definitely looked off. I think he looked like he was just kind of I don't know, out there assuming that he was going to win this game because he was throwing a lot of stuff over the plate. Like when we've seen Hunter Brown go out there, and pump fastballs, and hit corners, hit the sides, and all that other kind of stuff, and getting calls that he's used to getting called, he wasn't necessarily getting them, and then he was just throwing stuff right over the plate. So that's what I saw in that. But that is a game we still should have won. I mean, it was 4-1. So, don't get me wrong. Hunter didn't have his best stuff. Maybe he wasn't in the right headspace, whatever the case may be. But still, the bats were so cold, man.
Yeah,
wasn't this the game where we went bases loaded the first 2 innings?
Yes.
Yes.
Straight innings.
Okay, you scored in the second inning. You scored 1 in the second inning. This kid had 40 pitches in the first inning, then he ended up pitching 5 2/3 and got the win.
I mean, you had 4 at-bats with runners in scoring position. I mean, you had 5 hits for the game period. I mean, so I think what it kind of led more to is that, Browse did talk about, the 1-run innings. I mean, but when your offense don't have it, and PK said this a lot, last season when the offense, went through their massive, struggles throughout the season, you start getting your mind that you got to pitch perfectly, because you're winning 1-0. And then you give up a run and it's like, okay, well, it's still tied. And then you give up another run. And then you just watch this offense completely falter. And I'm not saying that's what happened, but when you try to get, I've never pitched. I know Browse, you were a pitching coach at some point, but I would assume that when your offense is struggling, you kind of press a little bit too much to pitch to perfectly, and it's usually when your stuff is not as tight as it needs to be.
Well, yeah, and you got to think about it too. It's like from a pitching aspect, I mean, most of it is in your head. You know what I mean? It's like all these pitchers have the ability to throw strikes. They have the ability to paint. They've been working on this their entire lives. But at the same time, you put them in a pressure situation like this when you don't feel like you've got the confidence of your offense to back you up. And when you have Pena going 0 for 5, you get Jordan walked 3 times, and he goes 0 for 1 officially in the box score and stuff. And then, you've got, I mean, Cam Smith, who's been hot, did get a hit in the entire game, but you got 3 hits, 3 out of your starters. That's it. So, yeah. So Hunter Brown, I guarantee you in the back of his head is thinking right now, like, if I do not throw almost a perfect game right now, we're not going to win this. And then when they ended up tying it in the second, and then he gave up the go-ahead run. Well, I call it the go-ahead run. Anyway, the leading run in the fourth to make it 2-1. It's after that, it's there was no confidence. It felt like in the rest of the team or on the pitching staff or with Hunter Brown. So I guarantee you, this is a mental game. Hunter Brown can go out there if he has zero pressure on his shoulders, that he is painting corners, striking dudes out at a huge clip, and not even worrying about any of this stuff. But right now, while this offense is struggling, especially with Jordan, like not hitting, who's been carrying this team the entire season, it's been a very, very tough struggle, especially for Hunter and a lot of the starting pitching staff.
Well, I mean, Pena he had a couple of errors in this game also to not help.
Yeah,
right?
Speaking about between the ears, right?
He's had like a lot more freaking errors this season than I would expect, man. It's crazy. Like really for a Gold Glover. But yeah, dude, you had your opportunities to get to this pitcher very early. You didn't take advantage of it. And it's kind of like in football when you go down the field and you settle for field goals every drive, all you're doing is keeping the other team in it. And by not scoring more than one run in the 2 innings that you had the bases loaded, all you did was kept the Giants in it. And it takes a bloop and a blast. And before you know it, you're chasing. Right. And so, man, it's just a crap offensive game. You lose 4-1, series tied. You go into Wednesday's getaway game. Oh, let me before we go there. You also had the debut, which I'm assuming there's a rule in Major League Baseball that when you pick someone up off the waiver wire, they must immediately start for your team. At least that's what the Astros do. So you had the debut of Velasquez in left field after being signed. He batted, what did he hit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was hitting 6, 0 for 3 with a K. That was on Tuesday. So then you pinch hit with him for Lamont Wade because you have Varsho hitting in cleanup, who was, what did I say he was? 1 for 11 in the series.
7 for 8.
No.
9 home runs.
No, not an MLB The Show.
So much. Not so much.
And it's like this game, the Wednesday game, I think Altuve left because he got hit in the foot, right?
Yeah.
Was that Wednesday?
Yeah, it was yesterday's game.
Jordan got hit, I believe, in the foot. And just a terrible offensive game. Now, did Jordan hit the ball off the top of the wall in right field in this game also? Like he hit like a BB.
I believe so.
So I think he did because he had it was a single. Yeah, it was this one.
Yeah,
it was the same thing.
This one.
Same thing you were talking about earlier, Chris, where Trammell, hit a piss missile to the deepest part of the park and he got to third, and then Jordan, and I usually make fun of the guys or the people that say in any other park this would have been a home run. But like Jordan got robbed. He did, right? And I'm going to be Homer.
Trammell got robbed too. I would say Trammell got robbed more than Jordan did.
Trammell has like some sneaky pop.
Yeah. I've been really impressed with him. I figured he was a guy, okay, they re-signed him. He's just going to be that guy who travels back and forth between Sugar Land and Houston. He'll be our token left-handed bat off the bench. But, man, I'm glad I never talked real big crap about him because he is man, if he's not your everyday left fielder, then I don't know who is. So he's played phenomenal over the last, I'd probably say a month.
At least, and hitting bombs, dude. Bombs.
So another shout out to Sleeper for calling that one.
Yeah. Sleeper called it.
And I did not agree with the fact that Trammell was going to be an everyday starter, especially in our outfield. And all of a sudden, I am 100% wrong, and realize that I'm literally watching the games, looking like, my God, man, where did this guy come from? So anyway, super excited that Trammell was actually caught fire, and like you were saying, like hitting it off the wall. He had that amazing triple. He's been playing good defense as well. So I mean, if you're looking at the outfield right now, you're looking at probably what Trammell left, Varsho center, and then Cam Smith and right. And if Cam Smith can stay hot with Batman, you can't go wrong with that. But as far as this game was concerned, for the Wednesday game, it was low scoring once again. But hey, we squeaked it out. So that's really, I guess, all that we can.
It's really all that matters, dude. I mean, have they said anything about Altuve? I mean, have they said anything about his foot? I mean, because he was like on a cart.
I haven't. Yeah, you would have thought that.
I didn't see that.
Got sniped.
He was on a cart. So I haven't seen anything. So I'm assuming his boo boo is okay, which is good. We need him for this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is the opener game.
Yeah, they started Brian King.
Brian
and then
King
Imai again. Oh, shooting blanks outside of out of the bullpen again. I read something somewhere, and I want to backtrack one of the things I said, because I said that at one point I think I said Imai was the only Japanese player in the majors that wasn't any good. I forgot about old Roki Sasaki. And somebody pointed out, it's like, I forgot who it was. It was definitely on the Astros Twitter. So if you're watching, dude, here's your shout out. He said, Astros fans shouldn't give up on Imai just yet, because he's following kind of the same path that Roki Sasaki did. So Roki, like, he struggled. I think he was the one that, like, after he got lit up, he cried or something like that. And then I think the Dodgers moved him to the bullpen, and he was pretty good out of the bullpen. And then now he's actually pitching better out of the rotation. So maybe the bullpen is maybe the reset that Imai needs. But I haven't seen Imai cry yet, so maybe he needs to cry a little bit.
Maybe so. We'll see. Dude, but he went 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, and 3 Ks. I mean, he was the longest tenured pitcher in that game. Right, everybody else went an inning in the third. Brian King, like with the opener, I mean, I'm assuming I was kind of expecting more than 2/3 of an inning. Like I was like, that's it. I mean, he
were
must
the
have
first 2 hitters
7 pitchers,
or maybe the Giants. Well, no, because Adames is a righty. I was thinking maybe they went King because I know J-Ho Lee is a lefty. And then he threw to Adames, and then they took him out. Honestly, I thought that would have been a good game to call up someone like Miguel Uola, who's already on the 40-man, see what he can do against the Giants. And then if he does good, you keep him up. I mean, and if he doesn't do good, you send him back down. But, I mean, I think whatever. You had the day off today. I mean, so it's all good. Yeah. But I do want to get y'all's feedback, because with all of the moves that were made, with Nelson Velasquez coming to the Astros did say goodbye to not an Astros legend, but a Sugarland Space Cowboys legend, and Shea Whitcomb, who ironically was claimed off waivers by the Giants. So I believe he has the most hits in Space Cowboys history. I believe he was with the team in 24 when they won the AAA championship. So, man, I wish things would have worked out, but good luck in San Francisco.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't going to get any playing time. I mean, obviously, we saw it. Even when he came up, it was 1 game here, 1 at bat here. So hopefully he gets some more run out there in San Francisco.
And definitely good luck to him. But at the same time, you don't want to have the dubious record of having the most hits in a AAA,
Dude,
organization.
That's a high award right there.
That means that you've been in AAA for a long time. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean,
true. It's not lying.
Sorry, not trying to dog the guy. Yeah. I mean, he's a good baseball player, but it's like,
well, just hopefully he gets some more PT while he's there, man. That's the main thing. Get some more playing time, and don't hurt us when you get more playing time and you become better, like Drew Gilbert. But,
yeah.
All right, Bryles. hit me with this weekend's probables.
Okay, so this weekend's probables, and our pitching matchups coming in with Seattle into Houston. And before I get to that, I want to say that
Here
I
we
am
go.
very happy to announce that we now have a sponsorship for the Crawford Chronicles. So this series pitching matchup is brought to you by Elite Research USA. You can catch them on X at Elite Research US for all your peptide needs. Coming in this weekend, Friday, you've got George Kirby, 8-9 with
Oh,
a
shit.
3 ERA for Seattle. But, however, before you start worrying about it, guess who's going up against him for the home team? That's right, the
Lambert.
Lamborghini, 8-6, 3.09 ERA. So we've got the advantage, at least in the ERA and in the win column. All right, Saturday, you've got Hancock, 6-7 with a 3.35 ERA for Seattle, going up against Wisniewski, who's 2-0 with a 3.86 ERA. And then Sunday, you've got Brian Wu, 8-8 with a 4.15 up against the Diesel. Hunter Brown, 3-2 with a 3.68 ERA. Gentlemen, give me those predictions, and I know what I'm going to say, so go right ahead.
I mean, the only thing that could make this series worse is if they found a way for Logan Gilbert to pitch as well. This sucks, man. I mean, on paper, I would take 2-1 Astros. I mean, but your offense has not looked good. You've had 9 hits over the last 2 games, and you're going against 2 pitchers that notoriously kill the Astros when they throw against them. I'm gonna take the Astros. Oh man, the Astros notoriously are not good against George Kirby, and I think the last time Brian Wu pitched against him, I think he gave up like 1 run off of like 4 hits.
Yeah, but that was
I know
at home. That was Seattle. He is ass on the road.
Yeah, but it's still the Astros, so they find a way to pitch good against the Astros in Houston. I don't want to do it. I don't. You know what?
You need to change your damn name.
You know what?
Non-believer. You're a non-believer.
Chris is going 1.5 and 1.5.
You know what? Screw it. I'll go 2-1 Astros.
Now we guilted him to that, so he doesn't even want to do that.
But I won't be surprised if they lose the series.
Yeah, there you go. There's the real pick. There's the real pick. No, I'm going 2-1 Astros. Brian Wu, like I said, he cannot pitch away from T-Mobile. I mean, the splits are incredibly different. I mean, he owns T-Mobile Park. He owns it, but when he's on the road this season, he is complete ass. Your pitching rotation is lining up perfectly for this series, and it's at home. I expect Wisniewski to continue doing what he's doing. Peter Lambert, even though he, wasn't as crisp as he needed to be in his previous start, I just like our rotation lineup here. I know Chris is scared of George Kirby and has nightmares about him. I just think that Seattle is nosediving completely right now. They got shelled up in New York over the weekend earlier this week. So, yeah, dude, it's I can't take a sweep because it's so hard to do, but I'm definitely going 2-1 Astros.
Okay. I mean, real quick before browse, Brian Wu's career stats against the Astros. He is, they don't have his record. It looks like he's 3-2 with a 2.86 ERA. And then we already know what George Kirby does against the Astros, regardless if they're in Seattle or Houston. I mean, so.
I'm telling you, dude, look up Wu's splits this season, home and away. Just do that.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you this. His last 2 games against Houston, in Houston, he's 2-0, 16 strikeouts, and I think his ERA is like 1.5. So
who, Kirby?
No, Wu.
Ain't no way.
I already know Kirby don't matter. We could play Kirby on freaking Mars, and that's going to be a 1 hit or 1 run on 5 hits, and we'll lose that game 4-1. It don't matter. Kirby just owns the Astros. Now I would love to be wrong, and the Astros go out there and just
scared,
take him out in the first inning. It ain't scared. Stats don't lie, homie. Stats don't lie.
Oh, so the back of the baseball card stats are true.
Back of the baseball cards.
All right, Bryce.
All right,
Bryce, go ahead.
Here's how I'm going to start this. It's for all you degenerate gamblers out there. The one thing I will tell you to take in every single game is the under.
The under.
The under. You know why? Because Seattle right now is 3 for 7 in their last 10. They are struggling.
Don't say that.
I'm telling you, they just got shelled in New York, dude.
All these guys are not hitting. You think the Astros offensive struggles are real? The Seattle offensive struggles are real. So anyway, long story short, these games are going to be low scoring. I'm going to go 2-1 with you guys as well. And honestly, I think we have an opportunity to sweep. I know that Chris is a little bit more on the negative side with it. He thinks that
it's not negative. It's realistic. It's realistic.
It's no faith.
It's realistic.
But here's what I'm saying. We have an opportunity right now to go in and put 3 wins on the board against a divisional opponent. When they are down, they are very much struggling. And don't get me wrong, everybody has pumped up Seattle's pitching over the last 2-3 seasons. It's not that good. Their starting pitching.
It's pretty good.
I disagree on that one, Brian.
It's pretty damn good. I mean,
it's pretty damn good. This year.
They don't.
It's not this year. It's not this year.
And they got another kid. They got another kid just waiting for the call, and Cade Anderson. They're waiting.
I know who you're talking about, and I do agree with you on that.
I mean, so I just it's not that I want to be the guy who disagrees and goes anti-Astros. It's just that, dude, like the Mariners pitching rotation when it's Wu, Logan Gilbert, and like I said, the only thing that gives us a chance is the fact that we're not going to see Logan Gilbert. If we had to face all 3 of them, I would go Seattle sweep, just because of how good those 3 pitchers have done against the Astros consistently. And again, I mean, hey, I would love to be wrong and the Astros go in there and sweep. That would be fantastic. But I mean, I know how those 2 pitchers for Seattle pitches against the Astros. And like I said, I hope Sunday I'm sitting here, and I hope every night that we do the recaps, I hope I'm sitting here and the first part of the episode is me saying, guys, I was wrong. The Astros shellacked Logan Gilbert. Logan Gilbert's a bitch. That's what I'm hoping I'm saying.
Put your beard on it.
I will not. This is the only thing I have left to live for. I already put it on for school. And see what happened with that one. You got traded to the Dodgers.
Yeah, he sucks for the Dodgers. It's fantastic. Like, it's not pitching good for the Dodgers. I don't want to talk about the Dodgers. It means, yeah. Anyways, look, man, we're all Athletic fans this weekend as well. They're hosting the Rangers. So we're all A's fans. But then the Rangers go home for Washington and then home for the Angels again after this weekend's series.
They got it pretty soft.
Well, but then they got end of August, they've got at Chicago White Sox and then at the Brewers. That'll be tough. And then they got Athletics and then home for Tampa. So they got some. I mean, the A's don't put up a fight, really. You know.
Well, and we've got the A's. Correct me if I'm wrong here. After the Seattle series, correct?
Oh,
I think so.
Angels.
Oh, okay.
Right. Home for the Angels.
I'll take that all day long.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday game or series.
I have my wrong California team.
Wrong California team. But that's it, man. 2-1, 2-1. Chris really wants a 1-2 for Seattle.
I said 2-1. I said 2-1.
You said 2-1, but your heart says 1-2 Seattle. That's what you said.
Don't put that on his name. Come on now.
Yeah.
That's right. I said 2-1, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lose it. That's what I said.
That's fine. That's fair, man. You know, you say you can change it all you want. We'll be back on tomorrow night after the recap. Win or lose, we'll be back on. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in, man. It's always fun to have these 2 guys up here and talking baseball for a little bit. It's the best time of the year. It was Storm Bryles. Football season is starting. All these series with the Astros and teams of contention become more and more important. So the eyes on baseball just becomes a lot more interesting, right? Because every game is starting to count as we wind down to postseason baseball. So thank everybody for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Have a great end of your week. We'll be back tomorrow night for the recap of the first game against Seattle. I am PK, Homer Chris, Subi Bones Bryles, and this is the Crawford Chronicles.
Here we go. Boy, I'm ready for Monday. Ready for Monday.
Oh,
I'm ready for Saturday, man. I'm going to the game.